Hi, and welcome to Death in Cambodia, Life in America, a podcast where I interview my father, Robert Chow, one of the first survivors of the 1970s Cambodian genocide. He survived the killing fields, navigated through the jungles of Thailand, and escaped to America to build an empire in the donut industry. After about 40 years, I think it's about time he got a chance to share his story. I'm Dorothy, his daughter, and your host for today's episode. Let's dive in. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Death in Cambodia, Life in America. Last episode, we spoke a little bit about more details of the camps, such as when women had to marry handicapped people forcibly, worst times that Roberts have experienced in the camps. And then we ended off with the miraculous story of seeing his uncle with an antibiotic pill coming from Mama, my grandma. At this point, his uncle has told him after taking the pill to just wait under the tree and see if he comes back. We are still kind of at the hospital, but after taking the pill, you felt a whole lot better, right?
Yeah, I think after, that 4 pill, I believe it's antibiotic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where my mom got that from, but my uncle said, after you finish this antibiotic, every morning you're going to have to wait for me here every day, because he said I can bring some more medicine if I can, but just wait under that tree. After he gave me that medicine that day, and then every day in the morning, I sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait. And
how many days did you have to wait
at
under
least,
the tree?
At least, God, probably 10 days. But I was feel better after that 4 medicine already. I have some energy because I think he gave me not just the medicine. I think he gave me some palm sugar too. A couple spoons.
You mentioned that last episode too.
Yeah. So that helped a lot. Gave me energy. But the sad part here, when I feel better, all that nurse in the hospital, they thought the coconut juice and the medicine, that herb medicine, was working.
Right.
That's what they thought.
Right.
But that's not from the coconut juice. It can kill people. I mean, I saw people die when they inject the coconut juice into their body. And then sometimes they said the infection from that needle.
The needle, because they're not being clean. They're just transferring it back and forth.
Yeah, and that's a sad part. It's just like, oh, God, coconut juice is working, so they continue to inject, to people and then die every day. I mean, at least 2 or 3, 4 or 5. It depends on what day. I mean,
So did they inject more coconut juice into you after they saw you get better? How did they treat you after they saw you get better?
No, they stopped inject coconut juice. They only inject me twice. And it was painful.
The first time, you mean twice at this location, because you had been in another hospital the other time?
Yeah. Twice in this location.
In this location.
I don't know. How can coconut juice wasn't really killed? It just somewhat, I think twice total. One is at the first hospital that, the first one, and this one is only one time.
So then how much longer did you stay at this hospital that you started feeling better?
I stay probably a month because I think they know I'm getting better, and then they assign me to do some work in the hospital, clean up, bury die people, carry, just whatever they want me to do. The rest of the people is getting so sick, so now they trust me more, a little bit more, and they send me to pick up some stuff, for them outside of the hospital. So, which is great.
How did you feel like you gained their trust?
Oh, because I just do whatever they tell me to do, and I don't say much. I don't say anything at all. Actually, you can. It's just life and death. The word that out of your mouth. So you're better off just not say anything.
Just listen.
Just listen and do what they tell you to do. So I clean up, they telling you do this, clean up there. You just try to please them, whatever, and then they trust you a little bit more. Then sometimes they give you a little bit more food when they like you. This is, I think, not about rule, law, or whatever. I mean, this is about individual that you dealing with. Your life, it's on their hand. They said you die, you die. So,
what was one of the worst things they had you do? You remember?
Bury people.
All the
most
time.
of the time. I mean, every day.
Yeah.
I mean, just carry and put in a plastic in a bag, and then just 2 people, 3 people put on the what do you call it, dirt barrel? That wheel, just throw in there.
Wheelbarrow, yeah.
Wheelbarrow, yeah. So and just bury not far from the hospital. It just outside, maybe a couple block, and just bury, and that every day. But I think, like I mentioned earlier, you see people die every single day. For a while, you get used to it. And the good thing that work in that hospital, they send you go pick up some stuff. That's what I have a little bit freedom. When they send you, say, hey, you go, they give you a bicycle. They said, go over there and pick up some herb, some root tree from these people. So they use that as a medicine. So they start send me out after, feel better about 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So they start send me out. So that one time they send me out to the village that close to my uncle live. And so this is great. I said, so I took the bike, and was exciting because I already set up my mind. I said, I'm gonna go to see the parent.
You're gonna escape.
Not, yeah, well, because it's the same direction. It's just a little bit further. They send me to pick up the some kind of route.
Right.
So I might be just said I'll get lost if they caught me.
Right.
Because there's no map, no direct, it said, oh, okay, here and this here, ask for this person and all that. So this is the best chance that I can see my parent again. So it was so exciting. I left like 6 o'clock, and by down there. And then when I got to my mom and dad village.
This is not Mongkopure again.
No.
This is a different place where they had been put.
Yeah. And but oh, it's too early. It's nobody home because they all
working
in our field. So, but I know mom work in the kitchen. Mom work in the kitchen.
Right.
You know, all the rest of the family, dad and uncles, all work in the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I stopped by. I know where where the kitchen is. You know, in one village is only one kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a public, kitchen. So I got there around maybe 10:30 in the morning, but I don't know the clock really. We just go ahead and guess it. Look at the sun. Yeah, in the morning. See, when you hear the whistle or drum, that's probably around 12 or 12:30 because that's lunchtime.
Right.
So I was stopped, and she was so surprised in a sad way because she couldn't really recognize me because I was so skinny, and she just kept looking me at so probably 3 to 4 minutes. But I was recognize her because she didn't change that much, because she worked in the kitchen, she have some food,
Isn't this really, really risky for you? I mean, you're going in and you just walk into the kitchen.
It was, but it was, but just like I said, it's not much hope anyway.
Yeah.
This is in my mind. Unless the whole country or something has happened. But if it continue like this here, I've been through so many times that, hospitals, sickness, and in my camp, people dying every day of the sickness, of the torture, of the starvation. So what is the hope for me? I mean, very little.
So might as well just go see mom.
See mom, and then if I come back and they kill me, it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. So yeah, it was risky, but the people that work in that kitchen didn't care much. They don't know who I am and all of that. They don't say anything. They just keep quiet and do whatever they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the people that live in that period of time, they just in their heart, they just pray. They know this is bad. This is horrible life. I mean, and there's no hope. It's hopeless.
At this point, how many years has it been?
It's been 3. It's been 3.5 years. Very close, somewhere around that, 3.5 years already.
Right.
So I believe it's 3.5 years. It's 1977.
Mm-hmm.
1977.
And at this point, you are what?
Close to
15?
14, 15, yeah.
Years old.
Yeah. So, she was crying. Oh, wow. And then because I think she was happy, and then when you look at me so skinny, skin and bone, she was sad.
So this is crazy for her too, because the last time that you had saw her was when you had decided to go.
That's about a year and a half.
A year and a half ago. That was
probably, yeah.
That was the last time that you saw her.
Oh yeah.
And at that point, she probably thought, okay, that's the last time I'm going to see him.
Yeah.
That's going to be the last time I see him, and he's going off, and that's that.
That's it, yeah.
This time you came back, you looked even worse than you feel like before?
Of course, yeah. Last time, because I able to find food, stole duck, meat, rat, because I just stay in the house and went out at night and, during the day, find food.
But this time,
this
this time, you are probably the skinniest that she's ever seen you.
Yes.
The worst condition that she's ever seen you.
Yeah, because it was sick for a whole, months.
Right.
And, just getting better. After the medicine, that was only a few weeks.
Right.
After that, they trust me. That's why they sent. So I was still weak, actually.
Right.
It just feel better.
Better than the people who were dying around you. Yeah.
So, she was crying. I know, and then she told me we didn't see each other much because I put her in a big risk too.
Right.
And then at that time was only about 10 people that work, in
the
kitchen at that time. She boiling the rice soup and cook some veggie and all of that, and then have some sugar, because see how to cook for the soldier too.
Yeah.
That's a different food. They give it to the kitchen people. They said, "Oh, you cook this and that in a small pot." Then she put the sugar, palm sugar in her pocket. She always have two big pockets.
Mm-hmm.
When she go to work, she put in there, and then she took the risk. That's why I know mom is just like do everything. Even she didn't even think that her life that's too important than the children.
Yeah.
So she put that probably about 2-3 spoons, and then grab it by her hand and just slip into her pocket, and then she walked back, and then she just tried to just get close to me, and then she just used her left hand put on my right and just like rub, just miss you, but actually I have some sugar in that, and
yeah. So wait a minute. Where were you?
In the kitchen.
In the kitchen, but underneath.
No, in the kitchen areas, I think, and then, she went back to the kitchen areas because I cannot get,
stand in the kitchen.
So I just went in there, and then she know that
you're here.
I'm here, so I walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's no wall, no nothing, it's just open kitchen. So I wait outside, and then a few minutes she came back with that sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's rubbing your hand like she's
and all that, but the sugar is sticking my hand. I just not like sticking all of my my palm. So so
it doesn't look like she's giving you food.
No, you
trying to hide it.
Yeah, and then
smart.
And then she said, "No, you gotta go because the soldier they in and out here." So and then I just took off. So as soon as I took off, I just lick the sugar on my palm. That it's quite bad. So the main thing is the food. It's sugar, lack of nutrition, and all that. So I was I was crying. It was it was so sad. I don't know. It was so horrible. And yeah, I was. It's. Yes. The feeling was maybe always, this brought the last time. you know, a year, so I left the, the kitchen,
The
areas.
kitchen area,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I went back to the hospital, pick up that, stuff for the hospital. So I went back. Then uh, they were so happy when I finished my job and bring back the stuff. And then so that day when I came back, I think it's 3 or 4 people that need to bury.
I have a
So
question. When you were leaving Mama, I'm just so fascinated by her more and more as we listen to this story. Did you ever ask her how she got the medication? You didn't really get to talk much with her before you
no,
left.
no, no.
I just think it's crazy how this entire time, I mean, we're in so many episodes at this point, and it's like, I don't know, man. She's passed away now, but I'd had
No,
wished now that I could have gotten her perspective.
Yeah, I found out when we uh, got together, we uh, when the Vietnamese took over, but that we can,
That's
and
later
I
on,
found
yeah.
out, yeah, yeah, I found out, that where she got the medication and how she got the medication.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think that after the Vietnamese invasion Cambodian, and then I found out that she has some gold left from there before,
Mm-hmm.
and then she exchanged the medicine, probably 1 ounce of gold. I don't know. It's a lot of gold, that it changes maybe 4 pill, 5 pill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where that pill coming from, I don't know, so
It's just heartbreaking every time you see her and then having to go away and thinking the last time and then again
yes,
see her again and then
yeah,
thinking it's the last time and again, and it's just
yeah,
like
it was bad. I mean,
it's just really heartbreaking.
heartbreaking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And plus you just know that she put her life in a big risk just for a spoon of palm sugar,
Yeah.
and uh, it was horrible. You don't want her taking that risk, but and she just do it. Yeah, and yeah, and then after that sugar on my palm, my hand, she just said, "You better go now." That's it. Didn't really talk anything. I just see face about 4 or 5 minutes. That's it.
So you went back to the hospital
Mm-hmm.
and grabbed the herbs, and at this point, what happened? What happened next?
Got back to the hospital, and the sun's not set yet. I didn't know what time, but so they got 2 or 3 body just die maybe not too long ago. And they said, "Oh, okay, you go to just buried, not with 4 or 5 people. Yeah, dig the hole and bury the body." And that night, dinner time, they gave me a little bit more food. They started like me. Give me, I think, 2 or 3 bowl of rice soup. It's
That's
not
a lot.
much, yeah.
I mean, well, compared to what you usually get is only a bowl, right?
Yeah. So, and plus with the veggie and have some pork belly, couple pieces with the veggie.
Wow.
And my energy is getting way better with the spoon of palm sugar from mom, and then now they give me a little bit more food and have some pork belly, maybe 4 or 5 small little pieces, and I think that's what my body need, crave for it. So I had some hope, more hope. I said, what I need to do to make them like me more. I guess I said maybe just continue do good job, whatever they tell me to do. If I a little more this energy, I should just take advantage of my energy to work like hard, show them that I'm, willing to be your slave, whatever you want me to do. In the past, even you want to, you have no energy. And then you cannot show, because that's the only thing that you can prove to them, not word at all. You might get killed if you speak, if you talk. Word is not gonna have much, but
action,
it's that's what they like. I know that's what they like.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for listening to episode 15 of Death in Cambodia, Life in America. After this episode, especially towards the end of this episode, the first thing that kind of came up to my mind was like, this is so kind of stereotypical Robert. As we get into the America portion, you're really going to start to see how Robert's natural entrepreneurial personality, initiative kind of mentality is really going to help him build the life that he has here in America, which I'm excited to get into. But here I definitely started to notice that, like, hey, this is kind of the first time that we're really starting to see the foundation of the type of person that he is. And I think it's important to kind of pay attention to these things, because you're going to notice and you're going to really see this come full circle when he comes to America, and he has that same kind of mentality where it's like, if I ever have the chance to get some energy, if I have the opportunity to have some strength, I'm going to use it for something to be beneficial to my life. And I think that is really kind of a key pivotal thing that makes Robert stand out from other people, and really what feeds into how he's become so successful today. Whenever he has the chance, even during the Khmer Rouge, to just get 5 more pieces of pork belly and some extra rice and some vegetables, he's like, okay, how am I going to use this energy for good? How am I going to use this to better my life? And I think it's really incredible to kind of notice these things as he's talking about his past, and then drawing that connection to how he's become so successful in the future. As always, I'm going to encourage you guys, if you guys are enjoying the episode so far, go ahead and leave us a review. If you guys are listening to Apple Podcasts, I don't know if you can leave a review on Spotify yet. I don't think that's a thing. But if you guys are enjoying the episodes at all, I appreciate it. And reviews really, really do mean a lot if you guys get a chance to do that. All right. Thanks so much. I will catch you guys next week.